You can give yourself a pat on the back. Well done. Awesome. But you speak really well. Educated.
Yep, I have one dedication only, that I want to speak like a native speaker, that's all.
English, like you asked earlier, where do you start? Start with things that you like. If you like cars, I will teach you about cars. We can talk about cars in the past, present, future. I think learning about something you are interested in is very helpful.
Because that helps me to remember vocabulary. It will stick
the
in my
girls
mind.
will love that.
Yeah,
the girls love someone who listens.
Really? Hello.
How are you?
I'm good, thanks. How are you?
I'm also doing great, thank you. And what is your name?
Well, my name is Rakibul Islam. What is your name?
My name is Celine.
Yeah, I know that. I have been following you from the very long time, and finally I got you.
Yay! Awesome. And what would you like to do today?
Well, I would like to ask you some questions, and I want you to give me some advice to improve my English vocabulary and basic English grammar.
Awesome.
Can you do that for me?
Yes.
And, thank you so
awesome.
much. I have been recently started YouTube channels to inspire my friends to communicate well, like the native is just like the normal speaker does. It's with a neutral accent.
Awesome. I think speaking in English, English can kind of be like a universal language, which is awesome.
Yeah, it's kind of a skill set right now in
yes,
21st
exactly.
Century. Yeah. So can you give me some advice about vocabulary and basic English grammar? Why should I start learning vocabulary as a beginner?
Awesome.
Exactly.
Okay, so with most beginners, they will struggle to understand why sentences are made the way they are. So also when you are using things like a translator, so if I was taking Arabic and translating to English, a lot of the words in the English sentence will be left off. So the easiest way to start with English is vocabulary. Everyone knows this is a pen.
This is a marker.
This is a teddy bear. These are easy words that make it feel rewarding to be speaking English, I think. And we have like basic vocabulary, yes?
Yeah, you can continue.
We have like basic vocabulary for items and nouns, and we have vocabulary for verbs, which are our doing words. But my favorite vocabulary is adjectives. I think there are so many adjectives, and I love learning and teaching my students to start learning. So most people, I always start with animals. I feel like that's like the easiest one to go for. And when I'm teaching adults and children, it's usually very different. So with most adults, they want to learn basic things like hello, how are you, things like that.
Yeah.
And I think exactly the easiest way to do this is to speak to someone who speaks English. If you are a very new person to the language, usually having a tutor or a friend is easy. But otherwise, I always recommend YouTube. I think anywhere on YouTube, you can find ESL videos, which means English Second Language. And many teachers post free lessons. Yes, exactly. And there's lots of free lessons and reading as well. They will read to you.
Because it's kind of holding me back. I want long. I don't want to be stopped. That's what I'm trying to get. Yeah.
So I always
tell the basic grammar.
Yes, of course. I always tell my students one of the most important things is what we call tenses. We don't start with tenses. What a teacher will usually do is they will speak to you and get you to repeat it just so you become comfortable speaking in English. But then we have the tenses, and there are so many. So we have, can you see me now? Grammar. I also always tell my students there is websites online. My favorite one is called Engu, and they give free grammar lessons to beginners. Yes.
Yes.
Beginners
I will
up
definitely
until
check
advanced.
that.
Yes,
Beginners
and
to
I think
advanced.
I can quickly give you the link. Yeah. So you can pay to speak to a tutor, but all the materials are free to use on this website, which is super awesome. And it's really lucky for me because then I have things to talk about with my students. Oh no, just one that I found. I always do research to try find as many materials to help people who are learning English. I think that's really important because people can get bored. And the one thing with English, like you asked earlier, where do you start? Start with things that you like. If you like cars, I will teach you about cars. We can talk about cars in the past, present, future. I think learning about something you are interested in is very helpful.
Yeah, well, I have been learning from the 2016 exactly, I should say, because it has been my passions to learn English like a native speaker, and I'm doing this for 2016. And I have started my learning English from the listening skill, and that's helped me a lot to communicate well, to feel confident
Yes.
as an English speaker, as a non-native speaker, exactly, I should say, because I don't have any English speaker here in Bangladesh.
Yes.
So that's the problem, and that's why I am here here on Cambly to communicate, to practice my English with some of the English, and I had
Okay.
that
Yes.
I can.
But you speak really well.
Well, thank you so much.
Yes.
I have been
You can give yourself a pat on the
every
back.
single
Well
day.
done. Awesome.
I'm
No,
trying.
but you speak very
I'm
well. I
trying.
think you are dedicated.
Yep, I have one dedication only, that I want to speak like a native speaker. That's all.
Awesome.
It's quite helpful for me to read a lot of stories, a lot of children stories, I should say. Children
Yes.
stories, they has the story that already happened in the past, because the stories means it always happening in certain times, and there are with some other times, but it
Yes.
always has been the past tense.
And I also think reading is also the best place to find vocabulary words. When we listen to English, often we don't catch what the words are, but if we read it, we can see, oh, it's spelled this way. I wonder what this word is. Let me quickly put it in my dictionary and go see. So reading is great for seeing how sentences are made and for learning new vocabulary.
Yes, reading helped me quite a lot, but unfortunately I haven't read a lot, because I'm quite good at listening skill, because that
Great.
helps me to remember vocabulary. It will stick
The
in my
girls will
mind.
love that.
Yeah,
The girls
when I
love someone
listen,
who listens.
really,
Yes.
I'm has the attentions to listen what you say.
Yes. Okay, that's good
And
though. Because sometimes, like with online teaching, losing signal does happen. But I
yeah,
think if your tutor speaks clearly and slowly, then it is easy to listen on and still follow along, even if you can't always see them.
yeah, that's why I'm.
Yes, I was born here and I've lived here my whole life. So English is one of the main languages in South Africa. So I am a native speaker of English.
I didn't know that. So that's, I thought
So
that
we do have
you,
11 languages. No, so that I think is further up. So in South Africa, we are at the bottom of Africa. And in South Africa, we have 11 official languages, but English is one of the most spoken. So most
most
people
spoken
speak
language.
English at home, yes, or they speak it as a second language as well.
That's why I didn't understand at the very beginning of our conversation. I thought you are a non-native speaker like me. but you are a
So I
native
do
speaker.
speak a second language. I can speak a little bit of what we call Afrikaans, which is a South African language. But at my school, I was taught in English, and at home,
Or fine.
it goes back to that first thing I said. I feel like when you learn about something you are interested in, it can give passion for learning. And I also think
Yes.
that's why a teacher is the most important. If a teacher isn't happy, smiling, passionate,
Yeah,
friendly,
that's like
giving
you.
their
You
energy,
you you,
yes,
you are
I try.
smiling from the very beginning. Yeah.
But I'm also
And
happy. I really enjoy teaching, so it's good.
yeah, but the problem is we don't have enough environment to talk with the speaker, because in Bangladesh, well, exactly, I am from Bangladesh. I don't know exactly. Do you know where Bangladesh is? But I am from
I
Bangladesh. It's a
think, yes.
Southeast Asian country, near India or Pakistan, you can say. So
Hmm.
we don't have much environment to talk with the English speaker, because we don't have any English speaker here in Bangladesh.
Yes.
So that's the problem, and that's why I am here here on Cambly, to communicate, to practice my English with some of the English Cambly teacher like you.
Awesome. Well, so far,
Uh,
so good. Really well done.